Perfect.
Hi, everyone, and welcome today to our weekly webinar, November the 13th. We have with us Angela Rodriguez, who has prepared this amazing presentation for us. So just make sure to have a pencil, a pen, something to write down all of these new tips that we're going to be learning today. And let's just say hi to Angela. Hi, Angela. Welcome.
Thank you, Cynthia. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. We're already halfway through November, right? It's November 13th. It always goes by so quickly for me. So hopefully you're making good progress on your goals for this month, have been able to reach out to a lot of people about holiday shopping and needs for holiday stress, etc. And we're going to try to give you some tools just to help you have some new ideas for your to-do list to keep growing and building your used business. So today we're going to do a product spotlight on the Vital Used Basic Skincare Set. I feel like the Vital Use line is like some of our why, like for a lot of us, it's like our why. It's so good. It's so good. You will never be able to use anything else. So if you haven't tried it yet, learn about it today, and definitely give it a try. It's amazing. For our business tools, we're going to start talking about the used cycle of success so that you can use that tool for yourself to keep growing and learning, but also for new consultants that are joining your team, etc. It's a really good training tool. It has lots of resources to help them keep thinking about what else they can do to build their business. So today we'll focus on step one, but throughout these next few webinars, we'll be talking about that piece by piece. So for our sales tips today, we're going to have a special consultant interview, which we're very excited about. So you'll be able to, again, see some new faces on our webinar. And for tech tips, we're going to talk about how to make the most of videos that are already made for us in our stories on Facebook and Instagram, etc. And how to reuse those and really use some marketing principles that help people see our message more than just one time. So go ahead and get your to-do list ready to go, and we will get started. So like I said, our product spotlight today is the Vital Used Basic Skincare Set. So when we're talking about the basic skincare set, that's like for people who just want to give it a try. They just want a cleanser and their moisturizers, and that's it. So remember, when we're talking about the whole Vital Used line, some really important pieces of that kind of make it a step ahead of the rest, that really make it special, that you want to talk about when people are like, well, why would I want to change my skincare regimen, right? So three of the biggest innovations that you'll notice with the Vital Use line is the Alpine Moisture Complex, which means that we're using liposome technology, which just means that we take key ingredients. We're using science to put them into liposomes, which are like little transporters that get the key ingredients into the deeper layers of our skin so that they can have the best effect. So um, really good absorption of key ingredients, so you get really great results. But also, like with this skincare line, you can put the products on and they absorb within 15 to 20 seconds, and then you can do your next layer, etc., which is a really big deal for some people who are rushed in the morning or at night, and they want to be able to do their layering of their skincare, but they don't want to sit for a minute in between each round. So fast absorption and efficient absorption, right? So we're getting those liposome technology properties to get the ingredients in our skin. Snow algae, so it grows at almost 10,000 feet, and it's a really good how would we want to say, like a longevity device that we have in this skincare line. So it's really untouched by a lot of other elements out in nature, but it activates the longevity capabilities in our own skin cells as well. Since it is so resistant, it can grow up in the freezing cold mountains, right? Like it's a really resistant plant property that we can also use in our own skin. So it helps our skin kind of I would say toughen up and be able to handle all the things that the environment and free radicals can throw at it. So snow algae is a really big ingredient that you're going to notice in a lot of the Vital Used line. And then you'll also just notice a wide variety of other flower oils and extracts that are in these products, as well as other typical skincare ingredients such as vitamin E, vitamin B5, etc. So really learn about these products, and so that you know kind of what you're talking about as you share them with your customers. One thing that's not on here that's kind of part of the Alpine Moisture Complex is also Edelweiss. The Edelweiss extract is a great natural antioxidant that really helps with anti-aging. And so that's another thing that I talk about a lot when I bring up this line to new customers. So when we're using the basic set, right, which is the cleansing gel, the day cream, and the night cream. Remember that the special thing about this cleansing gel is that it's non-foaming and super gentle. So sometimes you might have like foaming face wash that dries out your skin, because in order to make them foam, you have to add these harsh foaming agents to get it foamy. So that you'll notice that this is non-foaming, so that it's extra gentle. Great for combination skin, dry skin, sensitive skin, mature skin, because you're going to clean off oil and dirt and makeup, etc., but it's not going to over dry your skin. And your skin really, I mean, it feels radiant, super clean and purified, and it gives us this pleasant rose scent. Notice that this also has Provence rose and Edelweiss. So Provence rose is good for just like being slightly astringent to tighten up your pores, and the Edelweiss, great antioxidant, anti-aging properties. We also have in this set the day cream, so the hydrating day cream with Edelweiss and Summer Snowflake. So we have that alpine moisture complex. Those liposomes are getting key ingredients into our skin quickly and efficiently. And we also have Summer Snowflake extract, which is really cool because it actually activates our skin's own ability to create hyaluronic acid. So that's an ingredient that you're going to see in a lot of like great moisturizing skincare, right? And having that Summer Snowflake, it's actually telling our skin to make its own, which is obviously the best way to do that. So it's making our skin do the things that it's supposed to do, that it used to do when it was younger, and now it just needs a few reminders. And then the night cream. Oh, I get so much good feedback on our night cream. So we have the Alpine Moisture Complex, again, for great absorption of key ingredients, and also crocus extract with botanical oils. So this is going to help boost our cells' nightly renewal process, so that our skin, when we are resting at night, our skin gets to work and repairs any damage that has been going on throughout the day. So that will be visibly improving our skin's density, elasticity, and firmness. Tell us in the chat, those of you who are here with us live, if you already use the Vital Used basic skincare set, or what is your favorite product from the Vital Used skincare line, because they are amazing. And also this month, right now, you've seen the holiday shopping sets that we have created. You will see that this actually comes with this really cool little golden toned gift bag, so that people can give this as a gift. So reach out to us if you don't have access to those images yet, but it's something to really share and promote with your customers as well. And if you are talking with someone about their skincare needs, and a lot of people will just have like normal skin, sensitive skin, dry skin, and this basic set works really well. But if you have a customer with combination skin, I have combination skin, blemish prone skin, etc., and I would absolutely recommend that they add on the clarifying tonic to this basic set. If you have someone who struggles with combination skin, or skin that changes with hormones and things like that, add the clarifying tonic. It makes a huge difference in balancing our skin's oil production and getting rid of any other like cream-based residue that might be on our skin. So any questions about that, go ahead and pop them in the chat, but really talk about this basic skincare set. It's amazing. Once people try Vital Use skincare, it's hard to go back to anything else. It makes such a difference. I personally have even just like a few other face washes or cleansing gels that I have in my bathroom just because I had them before. And sometimes I'll pull them out. I'm like, oh, I just have to use this up. I'm like, no, can't do it. Can't do it. I am so hooked on how efficient and how gentle the Vital Use skincare line works. I'll never go back. So if you haven't tried it, definitely check that out this month, because it is worth every penny. Okay, so today we're going to talk about some business tools that have been slightly updated, and that sometimes people just kind of forget that they're out there. So we want to make sure that you all know where to access your used cycle of success, and how to talk about it. You can use it for yourself, but it's also like if you have new consultants on your team, have them pull this up and use it as a guide for how to keep growing with used, a step at a time. So you'll notice that this is something that we used to only have 2 QR codes on the consultant checklist for our new consultants. Now there are 3. One of those is the used cycle of success. So they have the manual for the getting to know the products. They have their their QR code to the business app. And now they also have the used cycle of success QR code on there. It's been there for a while, but that's just make sure that you're talking about that with your new consultants. It's like you have your checklist. Have you done all the things on the checklist? Do you have any questions about them? Check out all three QR codes and remind them what they are for, because sometimes people get those pieces of paper and they just set them off to the side, right? So remind them to open it up, scan it, and go through and actually look through the used cycle of success. Why? Because this is going to give them key information that they need for building their business. So defining their why. Why are they in the used business? What does their compensation look like? Why is that compensation important to them? How much do they want to earn? How much do they need to sell in order to earn that, etc. There's key information about product knowledge so that they can become experts on used and giving good advice to their customers. It gives them tips on how to sell, how to network, how to build their network and meet new people, and also just other business and growth tips so that they can keep moving up, become a leader, etc. So today we're going to focus on the first section of this, which is number one, what is your motivation or your why? So anytime you're having a conversation with a new consultant, this should be a conversation starter for you. So how much money, like why are you here? What brings you to Yoast? What made you fall in love with Yoast? Why are you interested in becoming a consultant with us? And that conversation often leads to extra income, right? So how much money do they want to earn, and what is their plan for meeting those earning goals? And why is that income important to them? Like, what do they want to use it for? It's important for you as their leader to also know what their goals are, and make sure that you're having them go through the entire consultant checklist, which includes the cycle of success. So I'm going to show you, like in this first step, what are some of the links that are available to them on this live document. They can click on the links next to each step of the cycle to get key resources that will help them out. So one is this document that says, okay, what do you want to earn? And here, I like that this starts with like their perspective of like, how much do I want in take home pay? Do you want to have an average monthly earning of $300 to $500? Part-time consultant, if you are doing that well and you are reaching 1,000 to 1,500 in personal sales every month, that is kind of a good goal for you, right? If you are interested in really creating a business and dedicating more time to this, like 5 to or, 10, 15 hours a week, and you want to be able to make $1,000 or $2,000 average earnings per month, you want to look at being a leader, right? So we're recommending by qualifying for leader status and having $2,200, $2,500 in earnings, et cetera. So this is a really good way for them to see. This first column says, okay, how much do I want in take home pay? Okay, and then it helps them identify what other goals should they have for their used business. And then they're working with us always on how to reach those goals, right? The bottom part of this section says, okay, now we know how much you want to earn. This is all in the same document. And then it says, why do you want it? Why do you want those extra earnings? And it's important for us all when making these goals and trying to stay motivated. It's important to know, what is that going towards? What is that for? Is it so that you can afford a family vacation? Is it so that you can make a car payment because you need a new car? Is it so that you can send your kids to extra curricular classes that you have to pay for? Things like that. It's just have them take that moment, reflect, write it down so that they know what they want to earn and why. Okay, it's very helpful in staying consistent and staying motivated throughout this process. And then there's another link that has them just fill out like their why in general, like what is their mission with Yoast? What do they really want to accomplish? Do they want to be able to improve their quality of life? They want this part-time or working from home experience so they can spend more quality time with their family. Do they want to learn? They want to learn and grow as a professional. They want to travel. They want to earn trips. Like, what is their why? This is a good time too, if you pull out like your business cards from the needs card set. That's a lot of ways to give them some ideas as well. Have them reflect. Are you satisfied with your current income? What level of income would you like if you could have it? When would you like to have it? How many hours a week would you be willing to commit to get that? And how is your Yoast business going to make a difference in your dreams and goals in general, right? So for me, I'm honestly more motivated by connecting with people and helping solve problems that they have. Like they're sick, they are overstressed and things like that. That's my motivator. Is like, I just want to have solutions and ideas to share with people. But this looks different for everyone, right? So just be open to that and have that conversation with consultants who are joining your team. Or if you are the new consultant, take a moment to do this. Okay. And And then the last thing on that section of the used cycle for success is just the checklist, which they already get with their consultant kit. But just make sure that you refer to that and make sure that they actually do all those steps, because those are like the building blocks for getting ready to set up their used business. Okay. Any questions about the used cycle of success? Let me know in the chat. Have you used this recently? Or like you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, right? So let me know in the chat, what is your relationship with the used cycle of success? I feel like this is something that we should be referencing all the time, especially with people who are new consultants, yes, and who are just kind of been around for a while but need to grow or do something. They're looking for the next step in their used career. Okay. So now for our sales tips, I'm very excited about this today. We have a special consultant interview. So we're going to hear from one of our top used sellers, one of our wonderful saleswomen, Kathy Pedraza. Hi, Kathy. Thank you so much for joining us. And we're going to just kind of go through some of your expertise. So, hi, Kathy. Everyone want to say hi in the chat to Kathy. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you for inviting me today. I'm here
Yes,
to talk with
we're
you about some tips.
yes,
Can you
thank
hear
you.
me?
And yeah, so
Yeah.
we wanted to talk a little, sorry, I'm clicking on things. So Kathy, you had a really good month in October. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Like how did your youth business go for you in October?
Well, yes, it was an excellent month, and thank God. My sales were like almost 3,000, and let me tell you that almost 1,700 was from the PCC.
Wow. Hmm.
So it's one of the parts that is very important, and sometimes the consultant we don't we don't understand how important that program is for us and
Hmm.
how they can help us to increase our monthly sales.
Yes. Wow. Yeah. So that's over half of your monthly sales, right? You said 1,700. Wow.
Yes,
That's amazing.
yes.
And is that so? Do you know offhand about how many PCC members you have in your preferred customer club?
Right now I have 43 PCC,
Uh-huh.
and
That's awesome.
like I say, it's very important. And actually, 1,700, like I told you, I didn't do nothing,
Hmm.
nothing, just to receive an email from the company saying congratulations, your customer made a order, no? And
Hmm.
well, every single order counts, every single amount counts at the end of the month, and helps you to be in the top sales.
Yes, that's awesome. And I'm so congratulations, because you have to have a solid, consistent relationship with 43 people. That takes time and commitment on your part. I bet they did not show up in your PCC group magically, right? So so
Exactly.
could you could you just talk a little bit about like when do you offer the PCC, or do you have like a particular is it just like you're always offering it, or is it like do you have a specific time when you like to share that opportunity?
Not all the time, but I know when people love the product and or they want to buy several things, and I know this program can help them. So
Mhm.
I explain them what they can, how much they can save, or what are the benefits, so they can figure out if it's a good option for them.
Mhm.
And of course, you and me and all the consultants, we know that it's an excellent program. And like last month, I have and this is another part, people that we already have consultants in our team. Sometimes they change for different reasons their priorities, and it's
Mhm.
a good option for them too. Why? Let me tell you, one of my ex-consultants last month, she decided she has a little kids and another things to do at home. And she said, you know what? I'm gonna try this program because she's
Mhm.
not a consultant anymore. And
Mhm.
since a few years ago, and she said, let me try this program. I explained her, and she said, let me try. And at the end, you know that
every PCC that made 500 at the end of the year, they can have another year free,
Yeah.
and the
Yes, I love that.
essential lavender essential oils. And I was explaining her, and she said, "Well, you know what? I already have my next year free." And I think maybe she don't understood what I told her, and I say, "No, it's when you make 500 and blah blah blah." I
Mm-hmm.
explain
Mm-hmm.
everything, and she say, "No, I have my next year free already." And I say, "Why?" And I say, "Well, because my order is 500 and something." And I say, "Really?" And I say,
Wow.
"Wow, it was spectacular, and it was amazing, of course, for
Yeah.
me and in my
Right.
sales. That's why it helps me. Like I say, even if it's $30 order or 500 order, everything counts at the end of the month. And
Absolutely.
well, it was amazing for that, and that's when I explain the people when they want to buy several things. I know this program is going to help them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is, and
Yeah.
I think you make such a good point of, so when you know they have several items, a bigger order, and you can say, okay, so by saving 10% of this subtotal that you have, that you're
Uh-huh.
already paying for all or part of the $29, sign up fee. So I think that the math makes so much sense. I think back before I was a
Exactly.
consultant, that's how we joined the PCC too, is that we were going to place an order that was around $300 because we wanted to get set up with use, not even because we were living in the United States again. And
Exactly.
that made sense. We're like, well, we already are paying you, like the discount pays for itself, pays for that fee. So and also
Totally
taking
agree.
advantage of that opportunity of people who maybe don't have the time to dedicate for meeting consultant requirements every month, but they still love the products. They still want to save. They still want to use them with their families. So I think that's a really
Exactly.
important thing for us all to remember as well. Thank you so much. And
Mm.
so, Kathy, you said a big piece of your personal sales is coming from your PCC. And what about the rest? Do you get quite a few sales from either social media or from spas, or do you do events in the community, just one-on-one? Like where do you feel like another big piece of your personal sales come from?
Okay. Last month I didn't do a spa at all,
Mhm.
but it was from another customers that they are regular customers, but they don't want the program. And I said, okay, if you don't want it, that's okay, perfect.
Mhm.
But it was most of the regular customers,
Okay.
the rest of
Yeah.
my sales. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So they're regular customers, but they haven't moved into PCC yet, but they're yeah,
Not
okay.
yet,
Yeah.
not
Hmm.
yet, but I know that that's the next step. But
Yes.
they know when they're gonna say yes to this program.
Perfect. And can I ask
Yeah.
one follow-up question with that too, Kathy? So we've been talking a lot about just organizing our customers, right? So in our webinars, we've talked about, okay, you meet new contacts, their potential used customers, their your prospects, right? So or you have your friends and family, like you have your regular customers. What is a system that you use to keep them organized and communicate with them regularly? Do you have a chat? Do
WhatsApp.
you have a group? What's that? Uh-huh.
Yeah, WhatsApp. I have
Okay.
my broadcast list
Mm-hmm.
for just PCC, and I
Okay.
send them different information. Of course,
Mhm.
like you say at the beginning, it's a relationship that we are building with them. We are very close with them because I know we need to like businesswoman. We need to see this like it's another company, a small company, or it's not the main one, but it's a branch.
Yeah.
Now I have
Yeah.
the it's a branch that we have, and it's
Hmm.
important to be very close with them, send them personally all the information that they need. I do
Excellent.
a small videos with tips,
Hmm.
different
Hmm.
tips with the products, and I send them. And of course, I'm working with my social media. I'm working right now. It's not that I have many customers from them, not yet. I'm
Right.
working,
Uh-huh.
but but like I say, I have regular customers that I have on my broadcast list also, and I send them just um, besides the promotions, I send them the same things. I I made a little videos with tips, or sometimes it's just audio, and
Mhm.
or just write it down a little tip, and I think everything helps to
And
them.
and I think that's really important, like using a broadcast. So WhatsApp, I know not all of our consultants use WhatsApp, but it's so cool. Like the fact that they have those broadcast lists that you send out a message, but it shows up as an individual message to people, right? I feel like that is
Correct.
such a good way for people to actually respond to you and have that conversation with you, is with individual messaging. So we do like to organize, like I use I have I have a messenger chat, I have a Facebook group, I have those kinds of things set up as well. But a lot of times my personal, like when you're broadcasting something to a big group, sometimes people are
Uh-huh.
like, but is that for me? Right? Like they have that doubt, is like, but is this message really for me, or is that for someone? So when it goes to them directly, individually, I feel like that opens up the conversation, right? And it feels more
That's
special. Like,
correct.
because it's so easy when you get big group chats or big group posts that you can just ignore them more easily versus when they come
Exactly.
directly to you. So I love that feature of WhatsApp. And I'm always trying to look for tools for how to make that work for my customers when they don't use WhatsApp. So I'm going to keep working on that and see if we can,
Yes.
try to find more tools that do that same thing, because I know it's so successful for so many of our consultants. So awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Catalina, do you think you could narrow down three top sales tips that you would give consultants for this holiday season, the holiday shopping season now through December, right? Do you have three tips to help boost personal sales and connections with customers?
Well, definitely you need to be very close to them.
Mhm.
Send them some tips with the product that you want to promote, and also call them. Every time that you
Mhm.
call them, even if they don't need something, they're gonna remember, oh, I was trying to call you because I need blah blah blah. No?
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
it's very important to be close. Call them even because you don't want to offer something, just to say hello is very
Mhm.
important to build that relationship with them. And of course, we are in sales. We are a business woman, so we need to tell them what we have, our special that we have. It's important also for us, for our business, and always offer what we have, like the programs, like the PCC, like it's very important. If you don't understand exactly what the program is, call your team leader, call Cesar, call somebody, because when we don't understand something, we're gonna put it on the side, and
Absolutely.
that doesn't mean that it's not important. Maybe we are losing money because we don't understand that program, and it's not good for our business. So
Yeah, and just
ask,
having that as part of our
ask.
routine, right? Like having it part of your routine is whenever it's, like you're always bringing that to mind with your customers to save them money, right? So like I feel like sometimes too you
Exactly,
think sometimes you just have to get in the habit of talking about it regularly with everyone, right? That it could apply for. So
exactly.
yeah, thank you so much. And I think those are great tips. And I really like how personalized you make it for your customers, because we know that that makes a huge difference, right? You're talking to them
Exactly.
individually. You're making a video just for them with tips, right? You're not just sending them a sales flyer. You're bringing it to life, personalized for them. You're calling them. Like how many of us get regular phone calls now? Like I think I get phone calls from my mom, right? Like my mom or my sisters,
Exactly.
right? So it's like it's a special thing because you don't get that as much anymore. You get lots of messages, lots of posts, but that really
Exactly.
sets you apart. So thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to share with our consultants this week to help reach these big goals?
Well, like I say, it's very important. This program is gonna be a huge difference if you work with this program. You're
Mhm.
gonna see the difference in your check, in your monthly sales, and it's very good for them. it's win and win. They're
Exactly.
gonna have a very special, and of course our sales they're gonna increase. So it's a win-win. That's what everybody wants. We want to save money. So, like I say again, ask if you don't understand, because maybe you are losing money because you don't understand this program, and it's very
Absolutely.
important in our business. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Thank you, Angie, for inviting me.
We really appreciate your experience. And we wish you a very successful November, just as successful as October was. We're proud and
Okay.
thankful for your expertise. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Have a good one. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye. Okay. Oh, that was so nice to hear from Kathy. And we're so lucky to have so many great consultants that are willing to share their experience with us as well. Let me get our screen shared up for you again. And we just have a couple of last little tips, and then we will be done for today. So hopefully you have a few of those main tips from Kathy in mind. Keep those in mind. We'll be putting those to work in our call to action in a little bit. So one last thing with our tech tips that we wanted to talk about today was just that the company has a lot of videos already made for us so that we can keep reaching out to our customers via social media, via those groups that we have created for our customers, those chats that we have, those messenger services that we're using with them. How can we use them more often and really well, right? So there are lots of videos made in our consultant tools, right? So if you go into your consultant app, into the resources folder, and you will see that there are different places to find videos. So you can look up specific products, like here on number 4, or you can also find, if you're talking about any product, you can just type in the name of it and search what's out there, right? So you'll find images, videos, etc. Today, I'm going to show you specifically where to find videos for current promotions and offers, because that's kind of the things that we want to post throughout the month or throughout the week, depending on when they start and begin, or they start and end. So when we go into the current promotions and offers folder, you'll notice there's the web format, which are like images, like square images. And then there's the folder that says videos and posts, which are the taller rectangular format that we use for our stories, right? So go to the monthly, weekly flash promotions folder. And there you will see there is a folder specifically for videos. So videos, they have movement, they're more engaging, and we can still add lots of extra engaging tools to them on social media. So just go to videos, pick one out. I have an SOS motivation one pulled up on here. And I'm just going to show you so that you all know the process for how to save it to your like your photos, your camera roll on your phone, so that you can easily post it to your social media. So just click on open, not share, click on open. Go up to the 3 little dots within the video. The little menu will pop up, and we have to go to send a copy. So think of it as like you're sending a copy of it into your camera roll. And then this is how it looks on my iPhone anyways, is I have then an option where it says save video, and it saves into my camera roll. So it's just kind of a thing that people can get kind of hung up on when you're in Google Drive and then trying to save it to your cell phone. So that is how you can quickly save it into your camera roll and then post to your different social media platforms. Yes. Now, where can we post those videos? We can post them to our stories in Instagram and Facebook. A lot of us have those 2 accounts connected. So post the videos to Instagram and set up in your settings that it posts to both your stories for Facebook and Instagram. But I always start in Instagram because that's where we have like the product link stickers that we can put on there and lots more interactive things. So post them in Instagram or Facebook. Just remember that in stories, videos will get automatically broken up into 15-second segments. That's another thing Instagram does for us automatically. But try to use shorter videos there as well. They stay up for 24 hours. But if you want them to last longer, you can add them into highlights. So you just click on the little menu, add to highlights, and it stays on your profile for as long as you want it to. You can also, like I said, if you post from Instagram, to both Facebook and Instagram. They have the little link stickers where you can add direct product links and put them on your videos. So you can also post the company videos that they have made for us in your reels, again, on Instagram or Facebook. Those are usually maximum 60 seconds, some are a minute and a half. And when you are doing that, you don't really have a way to have a clickable link, especially in Instagram, right? You don't have a clickable link for people. So that's where we really have to make sure that we have our link tree or our personal website in our bio. So when I post something to Instagram, my call to action is usually contact information in my bio or check out the link in my bio. And that's where they shop from, right? So just make sure that you have a link created in your bio if you want people to be able to find the products that you're talking about. And also for those of you who use WhatsApp, you can add these videos to your WhatsApp status. So this is really cool because there's a little description that goes with your status, and you can put a link in there, and it's a live link, and people can just click on it. It stays up for 24 hours or until you delete it. And it's just a way, it's kind of like a story, but in the WhatsApp app. So there are lots of easy places to post this and use this, and just make sure that you're trying to make it as easy for your customers as possible. Send them a direct product link and things like that so that they can, if they're interested, they can buy right away. How often should we use these videos? Try to post the same video and or topic 7 to 8 times per month. So think of it as, this is like a marketing rule, the rule of 7. A prospect or a potential customer needs to see or hear your message, which might be about SOS motivation or whatever. They need to hear or see it at least 7 times before they will typically take action and buy from you. So that's an important rule, right? Sometimes it's like, sometimes it only takes 3 times, but you have to be repeating this message and this content so that people are like, it takes a while to decide. You've probably had that experience as a consumer yourself. So use them multiple times. So here's your call to action for this week to put all these things in action. Remember to organize or participate in a holiday shopping event, whether you make your own open house or you're in a bazaar or a wellness fair, a vendor event in your area. Do something to get out and talk to more people about holiday shopping with Yoast. And we want you to think about our interview with Kathy today. What are your 2 favorite tips from that interview, from her experience, from how she had such a successful month in October? Write them down on your to-do list and put those things into action. Are you going to talk more about PCC and its benefits? Are you going to call 10 customers? What are some things that really impacted you from that interview that you want to put into action for your business this week? Okay. All right, take a screenshot if you need it. Otherwise, just write that down on your to-do list. And thank you so much to those of you who are able to join us live today. And those of you who are here with us in Zoom, stay tuned for some time-sensitive reminders.